And a very good afternoon, everyone. Jeremy here, quantstrategic.com.sg, and I'm just going to give an update on Singapore Airlines. And it is now the end of February and opening up to the month of March. A lot of developments in vaccination and the pandemic worldwide, and Singapore Airlines is now under the spotlight due to the optimism that's surrounding the air travel as well as the developments in the pandemic. So, on a longer term basis, if you look at Singapore Airlines charts starting from 1988, which is 33 years ago, Singapore Airlines has had a very nice run all the way to almost $14.80, and thereafter during the 2000 SARS, it actually hit levels at about $6. And then during the after the progression and recovery of the SARS, we managed to climb back at about $14, slightly short of the last high in 2000. And thereafter, Lehman happened, and after Lehman, we hit a low of once again at about $6 to $7. And if you zoom it forward during the pandemic, the Singapore Airlines shares dropped to a all-time low of at about $3.20 on the 3rd of August 2020. All right, so the downtrend interestingly started for Singapore Airlines stock. Technically, was actually in the 3rd of August 2015. That was 6 years ago. And the pandemic just accelerated the losses down to $3.20. So what has happened so far is that the stock has bounced quite nicely from about 320 to its current close of about $4.98 on the 26th of February, just before the market closed out for February 2021. And you can see right now this super trend line, which has been running and confirming the downtrend. The pivot is at $5.46. All right, so obviously 546 has to be broken for the stock to break out and then clear this SSSB line on the cloud and trade around this particular region. All right, so first condition for Singapore Airlines to break this downtrend is to break the pivot point at $5.46, and thereafter maintain trading above the SSSB and the A lines, all right, for it to gain bullish traction, for it to test the upward targets. That will be discussed in my blog in quantstrategic.com.sg. Moving down to the medium-term charts, the weekly charts of Singapore Airlines, the recovery of Singapore Airlines stock officially started in the 16th of November 2020, where the long signal was at $4 and the target is at 546, which is your super trend resistance on the monthly charts. And what started this particular post was that last week we had a very, very interesting candlestick right here that essentially put the stock above the SSSB line and closing just above the line at $4.98. Now, this is pretty bullish action, and if the next week and the starting of the month of March, you are able to produce candlesticks that trade above this particular cloud line, you'll confirm this nice bullish action that started in 16th November 2020. Current target right now is 546, which is around this region right here. And if we can stay above the SSSB line on the cloud, clear 546, we might be able to see progression of Singapore Airlines stock even to a level of about $6.70. Moving on to the daily charts, and for the daily charts, November had a nice long signal at 9th on the 9th of November 2020 at a level of $3.60. It touched 480 on the 26th of November. Thereafter, it pulled back a little bit, held the SSSB line on the cloud, and thereafter a long signal issued at $4.37 on the 8th of February, beginning of the month, to target $5.46. So the pivot right now is $4.51, and we need to hold this particular level for it to make higher highs and test this level at 546. So bullish in the short term on the daily charts. And for those of you who are doing some swing trading, a good signal was issued at 2nd of February 2021. Same targets. The breakout was earlier at $4.19, and currently we made a dollar profit, which is 25% returns. Very good for those who have taken that signal. And currently the pivot on the 4 hourly chart is much higher than the dailies at 480. All right. So for those of you who are taking a swing trade and has managed to catch this low during this pullback from the highs at about 470 in December till now, a nice 25% profit, currently at $5 thereabouts, and a pivot of 480. For those of you taking a short-term trade, you can take profits at 480 and perhaps buy in again at lower levels. All right. So shorter term time frame, 4 hourly bullish, and still targeting 546. So for recap for Singapore Airlines, on a longer term basis, Singapore Airlines is making good progress towards the target at $5.46, which is the resistance right now on a long term basis. And if the stock is able to break above 546, we might make some recovery and break the downtrend, and perhaps trading above the $6 level to about the $8 level for a couple of months. Perhaps Singapore Airlines will recover to an uptrend based on the optimism surrounding the pandemic as well as the travel industry. And on a weekly basis, still long, bullish since 16th of November. And this candlestick right here, very interesting. We want to see more traction on the stock, moving up towards its target, clearing 546, and perhaps trading above for the next couple of months. Shorter term, we have dailies uptrend as well as the 4 hour uptrend with pivot at $4.51 for the shorter term traders like swing traders or position traders who may just want to exit when you hit this $5.46 level. Depending on your investment horizon, Singapore Airlines stock, for longer term investors, look for a break of 546 for it to recover to its higher highs over the past 2 decades. For those swing traders, follow the weekly charts and have a look at the trend on a medium term, and then take action. For those swing traders or day traders, take note of the levels $4.51 as well as 480. All right, so click on the like button if you find this video meaningful for your investment decisions, and follow me on this YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great weekend.